He got into a police car and was never seen again. The officer said he dropped him at a gas station. No footage, no witnesses, no paper trail. 3 months earlier, another man vanished the exact same way, with the same officer. Same story, same lie. This is the real-life nightmare of Terrance Williams and the man who may have made people disappear. Terrance Dion Williams was 27 years old, a father of 4. Known to be friendly, hardworking, and close to his family. He had a few legal issues. His license was suspended and he had a warrant for unpaid child support. But he wasn't a criminal. He wasn't dangerous. On January 11th, 2004, Terrance borrowed a white Cadillac to attend a party in Naples, Florida. He never came home. The next day, his aunt received a call from a tow yard. The Cadillac had been impounded from the parking lot of a cemetery. That's when the family began asking questions. They contacted the Collier County Sheriff's Office, who said the car had been towed as abandoned. But a twist unraveled fast. A deputy, Stephen Calkins, filed the report. He claimed he had stopped a man at the cemetery for driving with no license or registration, and that he gave him a courtesy ride to a Circle K gas station. But nothing about this story added up. There was no record of an arrest. No surveillance footage from the Circle K, no incident report was filed, and there was no dashcam footage, even though patrol cars were supposed to record. And this wasn't the first time. Just 3 months earlier, in October 2003, a 24-year-old immigrant named Felipe Santos had vanished in nearly identical circumstances. Let's rewind. Felipe Santos had been in a minor fender bender on the way to work. Deputy Calkins responded to the scene and radioed in that he was taking Felipe to a nearby Circle K to sort things out. Felipe was never seen again. No arrest, no booking report, no dash cam, no witnesses, just like Terrance. Now think about that. 2 men, 3 months apart. Both minorities, both with minor legal issues, both last seen in the back of Calkins's patrol car, and both disappeared forever. Terrance's mother, Marcia Williams, began doing her own legwork. She found witnesses, cemetery workers, who saw Terrance being put in the back of a patrol car that day. They said Calkins was agitated, muttering things like, "I don't have time for this." They saw him leave alone. Terrance never walked away. Then came the lie that blew the case wide open. Calkins claimed the car was abandoned and he just had it towed. But phone records show he called in the tow after picking Terrance up. He even gave a false name on the tow form, Terrance Williams, spelling both names wrong. He claimed he never asked for ID. He gave conflicting reports about where he dropped Terrance off. First a Circle K, then a parking lot. Then, I don't remember. When Internal Affairs reviewed the case, they found inconsistencies and omissions in Calkins' narrative. He had violated multiple department protocols. He was placed on administrative leave. And then in August 2004, he was fired from the Collier County Sheriff's Office. But he was never charged. Not for lying. Not for misconduct. Not for murder. Just like that, he disappeared from accountability as completely as his victims. Terrance's mother, Marcia, refused to be silent. She printed flyers, held press conferences, filed complaints. She said, "I will never stop looking for my son because someone out there knows something." In 2012, actor Tyler Perry joined the fight, offering a $100,000 reward, later increasing it to $200,000 for any information about the case. He erected billboards all over Florida. Where is Terrance Williams? The FBI and Florida Department of Law Enforcement joined the investigation. They interviewed Calkins, searched his past, tried to connect him to other disappearances. But after years of pressure, no arrest, no trial, no justice. Calkins moved to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, lives a quiet life. No longer a cop, but never convicted. Rogue cop theory. Calkins profiled and targeted marginalized men, used his badge as a weapon, took them somewhere remote, and ended their lives. Impunity theory. He knew his patrol car wasn't being tracked or monitored with a camera. He exploited that to vanish people who couldn't fight back. Botched encounter. Maybe something happened during transport. A fight, a fall, an overdose, a panic. And he covered it up. But the most haunting theory, that there are more men out there, more families wondering why their son never came home, more bodies buried in the Florida swamp. How does one man become the last person seen with 2 missing people and never face charges? What do you think happened to Terrance Williams and Felipe Santos? Drop your theory in the comments. Subscribe to Unholy Reels for more true crime stories that expose what happens in the shadows, even when the badge says, "Trust me."